All right, it is gift box frame effect revisited time. So I got the gift box. I got it on a nice transparent background so I could composite it into any graphic I wanted to, any file template background. And again, it's my most popular video. So I'm gonna take a look at Affinity and Illustrator, but you can do this without either. So let's get into it, right? This is based on an ad I saw at Costco. You never know when inspiration's gonna strike. Boom! One more time. Hit reload. Watch the middle of the shopping cart. This is my exclusive email list I'm on. Boom! Look at that glitter go out of that box. So it doesn't repeat, happens once. And so I was able to go to Adobe Stock and search for a set of white gift boxes with gold ribbons and bows and end up with this file. All right, you maybe see the number there. You can download both the AI EPS SVG, the vector graphic, or the JPEG. So I did both. So get them downloaded on your desktop. And then it was kind of a pain to find these on Adobe Stock. So I ended up coming up here and just copying and pasting the numbers. So let's see if I can read that for you. 575958996, and copy that once you get it. I guess you're gonna have to type it in, but these sets, right? Sometimes they're in games. You see like gaming sites give you animation sets. So you could probably use AI to create them. But it's good practice to know what a vector graphic file is and be able to work with one. And so, life isn't always fun in games where you can just use these graphic editors like Canva and Adobe Express. So let's try some new stuff. And if you want to get the confetti like the one in the example, you probably need to get one of these motion graphics templates, these Premiere Pro files, or an After Effects file, and then do a color overlay so that you get the particle effect or the confetti cannon effect that you want. But we can get something kind of close to recreate the style of the design. Okay, so I got them downloaded on my desktop. I got the JPEG that we're going to use in Canva just to remove the background and get our boxes. This fourth one over, row 1, and the first one, row 2. But let's check out, right? I got the Illustrator file, and I got Affinity downloaded and installed. Pretty cool, slick software, free, right? So definitely, if you're a marketing student, I don't make my non-marketing students, my finance, accounting, and management students do this, but this is definitely the future. Vector pixel editor, free, owned by Canva. And unfortunately, we don't get layers, or we don't get groupings of layers that are convenient, right? For some reason, this piece is nice and grouped. But if you go to the layers panel and start twirling down, the rest of it is not so simple. So we're not really going to use Affinity, but definitely get it downloaded and installed. We're going to use it again soon. It's got a good selection tool, better than Canva. And right, so if your coworker gives you this Illustrator file, you might as well open it in Illustrator if you got Illustrator, which is not free. And then let's see. So to see how everything's really easy, it's all grouped and they're different groupings. So we should be able to group them into a new document. So if you wanted to use Illustrator, you could go File, New, and you don't need to know a ton about Illustrator, but you should be able to copy and paste. Here's a 1080 by 1080. Create. All right, and then you would just go to Illustrator and click on the one you want. If it doesn't let you, you might need to come over here. For some reason, my Illustrator's a little off screen. And come down to the box that you want. Figure out which one it is and meatball to get the selection you want. Copy it, Command C, and then go over to your blank artboard, Command V. And it looks like it's kind of small. You might need to go to Illustrator settings and then the scale, stroke, and effect. Is it under general? Yeah. Scale, stroke, and effect checked. Just in case there's some strokes and effects. We could go to the scale tool. I'm not getting a bounding box around this, so all right, let's go under the rotate tools, the scale tool. All right, so isn't this a pain? But you had to do this before. Hold shift and I'm just dragging out. Whoop, making it big. All right, Command 0 to get back. And then you could go, once you have it, you could click off to deselect and go File and Export and export as PNG, desktop, export. Looks like it gets trimmed, so I'm going to cancel and do that one more time. File, export, export as. Click that Use Artboards because it's a square. We like it. Looks good. And then it gets put on the desktop. Double click. It should be gray on the background. Nice. All right. So so if you had to, you could use Illustrator, and you Sonoma State students get Illustrator, so you should check it out and spend all weekend watching tutorials. So, but if you don't have it, not the end of the world. You can come into Canva, make a new document with a purple plus button, and I'll do 1080 by 1080. Under scroll to the bottom, custom size, 1080, tab 1080, make sure PX, and create new design. Then I'm going to bring in that JPEG and just resize and remove background. So, all right, Command 0, Command minus. I don't want that pop up. Okay, so all right, so we want the fourth one. So Option drag, kind of reposition, Option drag, reposition, Option drag. Might need to zoom out if you start losing your control handles, but for demo purposes, this is fine. Oh, actually, you know what I did that was easier? Sorry, Command minus, is I changed the bounding box so it was nice and tight around. So using the, don't use the corner circles, but the side tabs. All right, now Command plus, sorry about that. And then I was able to kind of get a nice Command minus to get a nice kind of graphic centered. So, all right, so I got one, gonna background remove. So that's my open GIF box in frame 2. I'm gonna make a new page, which I can't see right now. So page, just plus button, add a page. I think I can toggle, yeah, if you want kind of like that view, that's fine. I should know that. Hide page thumbnails, show page thumbnails. All right, so one more time, drag it in. Let's do, we want the bottom left one, so I'm gonna drag over, drag down. When you upsample too much, you can run into trouble. Option drag, but this graphic looks okay for demo purposes, it's fine. All right, so I'm gonna swap the order of these two, and right, so we're gonna go from page 1 to page 2. So maybe bring this one down. I'm not gonna really stress about this too much. You can kind of do that control handle trick, and then you can kind of worry about getting perfect alignment. So maybe something like a little bit left, and then right, maybe move that one a little left. So we're like, psh. All right, so that's fine for me for demo purposes. And once you have, you can kind of tweak it, use the up and down arrows, recenter, reposition, do the bounding box, make the bounding box tighter by bringing in the control handles again. Okay, so next we want to go to motion. So I'm going to use resize, but you could go back to the purple plus button and create a new 1080 by 1080. So Facebook video, it knows I've used in the past. So if I go to videos, and should be Facebook video there, the third one from the top, copy and resize. Okay, looks like I forgot to remove background. So let's try it. I don't think it should be okay, but better practice to remove background ahead of time. Okay, so these are 5 seconds, which is way too long. So I'm gonna click on this zoom page to be able to expand and get a better view. And then bring these down to like 7/10 of a second, or looks like it wants to be 0.8. So bring them both down. You could leave the second one a little longer, I don't know. And then move the playhead to the beginning, hit spacebar. All right, so we got a nice little animation. Confetti. All right, so you probably need, if you want to get that really cool gold confetti, you can't do color overlays, but just for some confetti, you can do confetti animation in the elements, animation. And so one of these, this is a nice big one. You can just drag it out and rotate it and have confetti kind of flying in the box, out of the box. Maybe do command left bracket to send it to the back behind the box. So that's 9 out of 10 good. Like I said, you can't do a color overlay, so you can't make it all gold, but that's a pretty good one. When I search for confetti animation, there it is, Lottie animations came up, and so I checked it out, and it does have more. So I came into Lottie app. If I could find it, just scroll to the bottom, last one for me, Lottie app. I linked my Gmail account, and then I searched for gold confetti, and it's nice you get this little color picker, and then 4 pages over. All right, I searched through all these and hit next. All these. All these. Oop. And it was a little buggy, or a little. One more next. Ooh, the stars are kind of nice. And finally I found one that was mostly gold. So if you want to spend all day staring at these animations, you could maybe find one. So alright, you could try to find the one I did, but I swear I just kind of looked with these settings and kept going next. But let's roll with this one, that's fine. So once I got something I liked, I shared it and downloaded it. Made sure it was on GIF and transparent background checked. I don't know why that's not the default setting, but maybe you like, who knows, maybe that white background's fine. So get a GIF. And then just to double check that it's what you wanted, I kind of liked putting it back on the green background. Got a bunch of tabs going. Here it is. Looks like mine has a heart for social media. All right, so new page, and then go to background color and get like a bright green, bright pink, any color just to contrast. And we should be done downloading. So just finished. And I'm going to drag it to the desktop. Okay, one more time. There it is. And drag it in. There it goes. Looks good. And just to see it in all its glory, you could drag it onto a new tab. I don't know, the background didn't look transparent, but maybe that gray is Chrome's default. So have fun with frame animations, and I hopefully found that helpful. Get Affinity downloaded, and I will see you in the next one.